Zabriskie here, back at it again with the brand new vid. So, as you can tell by the description, we're going to be talking about the best webcam to use here as far as, getting your podcast done on a budget. This is probably the most expensive thing that I bought at one time, but it's definitely worth it. Now, I know what you're saying. Wow, Tim, this video kind of looks like crap. Well, that's because I'm only using the webcam that is on my actual laptop. Now, my laptop's about 5 years old. At the time, 720 was probably the best thing going. But in a conversation I have with my friends on a regular basis, what up, Jay? I basically talk about how in today's day and age, like technology is moving so freaking fast that we literally can do anything. Everything just happens so fast. Like, if I wanted to, like on my show, I could FaceTime with somebody and then have it just upload right into the program I use and then send that out into the world. And if you like and subscribe, I'll show you how to do that at some point. But it goes with anything. Like I remember earlier this year, I spent probably like 6 weeks really figuring out which was the best TV for me to get for what I was trying to do. I wound up going with a Samsung. So, between the laptop I have here and that TV, I'm definitely a Samsung kind of guy. But technology is changing, and you really got to look at where we're at now, where we were, and where we're going. So that's why, as far as the webcam that I chose, this wasn't the one that I was using right here. This wasn't really happening for me. I mean, it works great and stuff like that, but as far as what I was trying to show and having it look the way that I wanted it to look, it really wasn't doing the trick. Now, I have my lights on right here. I have that backlight back there, the on air at Timmy Zabriskie sign, which is right there as well if you want to follow me on all sorts of social media. Wink, wink. But it really wasn't doing the trick of what I wanted to do. And the biggest reason why was I couldn't really change the exposure and everything like that. Also, this camera here only exports out at 720. Today, we're living in a world where 1080 is a big thing. So when I was trying to choose the different webcam that I wanted to go with, I really wanted to see if which one was the best. And then eventually I decided on this guy right here, the Logitech C922 Pro Stream webcam. And now this one is great because it really is a perfect fit for where we're at right now. Now, I know that, 4K is right around the corner. In the next couple of years, it's definitely going to be picking up a lot more than what it is now. I know that, unless you're streaming like a Netflix or a Hulu or something to that nature, it's going to work best. But with where the internet is and where Facebook Live is and YouTube, you really can only output at where it varies. So as far as Facebook Live, the highest you can go is 720 right now. I know that certain businesses, the ones that have a lot of followers, you can export at 1080 because they're still in the experimental phases of that, but that's not really where we're at right now for everybody. So that's going to be an issue, especially for me, where I don't have as many followers as everybody else, sadly, until you like and subscribe my page at Timmy Zabriskie. Sweet plug there, right, bro? But even so, on YouTube, for streaming capabilities, we can only go 1080p, 60 frames per second, which this video is showing at right now, even though I'm shooting this in 720 on this little camera right here. But with this camera, the highest that it says that it goes on the box is 1080 by 30 frames per second. But when you manipulate the settings a little bit more, I definitely feel like this camera here, this one right here, definitely can export out at 1080 by 60 frames per second. So, and it looks fantastic. Now, when I opened up the box, it did come with a tripod here, and I was actually surprised that it even came with that. And for what I do, I basically have the camera right up front. Now, I want you to take a look at the difference of how the two cameras actually look together. Yeah, this is what it looks like with the two cameras right on top of each other. It's, for me, it's literally like night and day. Look at the clarity on the 922 compared to the clarity on here. You can see some of the lines on my face. I know that some of the women won't really want to see that, But like as far as everything else, so even if I were to, even if I were to move this other camera and you could just see the way that the lights look compared to each other, right? Like look at how the on-air Timmy Zabriskie sign looks compared to the other one. Like the other one, because you can't control any of the exposure, that's the way it's just gonna be, But yeah, I mean, I think I think at the end of the day, I really think the 922 is definitely the way to go. For a little bit more bang for your buck, you get a lot better quality. How about that? This is how it looks. Now, if you look, there's a much wider range of what I can see. Look at the light back there. The light, you can clearly see what it says. There's more headroom here as far as the top of your head to the actual ceiling. And yeah, for me, like this is where I want to be when I got this whole thing going. Now, for the price point, this is fantastic. This thing was $100. I went to Best Buy because somebody had given me a $50 gift card for my birthday, and yeah, so basically for $50, I got a pretty freaking sweet camera. But even $100 is worth it because that 4K camera I was just talking about, that one's at $200 right now. And unless you're shooting at 4K from your laptop, it doesn't seem like it's happening. If I want to shoot 4K, I got this little cross-tour camera that if you go back to the videos, you can actually see. But this is all you really need right now. So the link is in the description below. Check it out. If you have any questions, don't forget to holla. Talk to you later.